Okay, this is going to be a review on the new Lifeproof Nude case, brand new from Lifeproof. It's a completely waterproof case, but as you'll see, what you're actually going to be touching is your actual iPhone screen. So, pretty revolutionary, really cool idea, very ingenious. And before I saw the actual case, I was kind of curious how they were going to pull this off. But as you see here, as I put this under 10x magnification, there's a gasket that is going to seal all the way around the actual screen of your iPhone. So what I'm going to do is compare this to the older Lifeproof case. This is all for the iPhone 5. And we also have the Otterbox waterproof case to compare all those two as well. So first of all, I'm going to go over some differences between these two genuine Lifeproof cases. They have the barcodes, as you can see there, directly from Lifeproof. The new Nude case does not have a barcode on the back side of the case because it's clear, I suppose. They don't want to mess that up. But first of all, one of the differences that I've seen is that the Nude case lies completely flat. You'll see there that there's nothing sticking up that could make the phone have any sort of bubbles, whereas the older Lifeproof case, as I get my 10x magnification here, sorry for the focus, there we go, you'll see that they've got a little plastic piece there, and what that does is it causes the screen to bubble. One of the things, they fixed this a couple times. This version right here is the latest one from Lifeproof. I've sent it back for warranty issues, and they've sent this one to me, but it still does have a bit of a bubble because of that. And I don't know why they haven't switched it to this design. This is a much better design, but they haven't. So that's a comparison of the top. Now what I'm going to do is just flip this around, and you'll see also that one of the things that's happened to this particular case is that this speaker port cover, you'll notice that I don't think it's supposed to be like that. It's all crooked, it's been put on there improperly, but I have water tested the case. They give you this nifty little waterproof plastic piece because you don't want to test your phone with the actual phone, and so there's nothing to test it with since there's not a screen protector, so they give you this, and that comes in handy. And I have tested it. It is waterproof. It actually held up in the dishwasher with 160 degree temperatures for a couple minutes. I wouldn't throw it in there for very long because this gasket may melt. The gasket's pretty thin. I think it has to be in order to seal. You'll see there again under 10x magnification the gasket, and fairly thin gasket, moves a lot. It feels like silicone actually. That may be what it's made out of. Also, this case has an actual button. So if I flip it over, you'll see that the older case is just plastic, cheap, flimsy plastic. This one has an actual button that you press, so it's got a lot better feel to it. The only problem is you'll see there that it lifts up. I don't know, I mean, some of you may catch that in your pocket, and you can see here that if I push from the back side, it comes up, and if you catch that in your pocket, it may rip off. The other thing is the gasket, being so thin, may catch on some keys in your pocket as well. The case comes with a screen protector, so that you can actually put a screen protector on the case, on the actual, they're calling it a scratch protector. It's a screen protector. Perfectly fits in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the phone in there and show you what it looks like. So, very simple. Snap the phone in there. It's very tight tolerances. You'll see there, see the gap. Now what's going to happen is the case is going to seal up when you push it from the back, and it's going to hold that gasket against the screen very tightly. See the gap right there in the screen? Well, when the back part of the case goes on, closes it just like that. So that's pretty well engineered. I like that. A lot of good design there. Very thoughtful design. So our case is sealed on. Now, other thing that's new about this is you got the little hangy jack port cover, waterproof cover, and now it hangs. And I don't know what happens. I mean, there's not. If it breaks off, I think you just kind of, you're stuck. You know, you've broken your case. So it's a bit flimsy. I can see that breaking off pretty easy. That's something you need to weigh before you buy it. Is, hey, if I break this off, you know, what am I doing? You know, I guess I'm just carrying it around like the old style, where it just flips free. This is pretty handy. I like that. You know, just you don't have to put it anywhere. The other thing, what I'll do here is I'll snap this case together. Oops, just dropped the jack port cover. Thankfully it landed on my shorts. So, jack port cover, snap that together. Flimsy, old, free case. So, the difference now is that with this jack port cover, with the older cover, you see that it's got a lip there, and you can just easily push it off. But this one is actually flush with the body, with the body of the case. So it sits flush. It is a little difficult to get in there with your finger. I've already damaged it because I've had to use the charging cable to open it, scratched it up a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to get your fingernail in there. If you're a girl, you might break your fingernail, so just keep an eye out for that. And then I'll compare these two to the giant Otterbox. The Otterbox is actually so heavy that it weighs about the exact same as the Lifeproof case with the phone in it. So pretty heavy, but maybe that doesn't bother you. Screen protector on this is a lot thicker than this one. Very thin and flimsy. Now the Otterbox owns Lifeproof. That may change. Who knows what the future of Lifeproof will be. But overall, I really like this case. The screen quality, of course, is the best that there is because you're looking at the actual iPhone case. And so if you go from this case to this case, say you're using this case for a couple hours and you're looking through it, you can see all the smudges, of course, and even with the smudges buffed out of it, you still have the rainbow effect, and I didn't quite buff it out, but even with the perfectly clean screen, it's not as optically clear as the actual iPhone screen is. And so going to this case from this case is just a world of difference. You don't have the strain on your eyes that you would with this. Things aren't as fuzzy. They're a lot clearer. So that's a plus. I haven't tried out the optional scratch protector, or whatever that scratch protector, I just call it a screen protector, but I haven't put this on yet to see what the optical clarity of that is. So if you're going to use this without a screen protector or scratch protector or whatever, just know that you need to keep your keys out of your pocket if you keep this in a pocket. Of course, it still doesn't come with a belt clip. The other thing is that it was a $96 case from Best Buy, so $96 out the door. You know, it's pretty cool case. For the money though, I'm taking it back. That's just way too much money for a case, considering that you can get a brand new iPhone 5 for $99 now. It's just kind of silly to be spending that much. It's, you know, I guess you could consider it a luxury case or a novelty case because of that. But the other thing is that if you're going to be using this in the sand or anything like that, there's a possibility that you may damage the gasket. Possibility, I say the possibility because I don't know, I have not tried it out in the sand, but it's a pretty thin gasket, as you'll see here. It's a pretty thin gasket, very thin silicone, so I don't know if sand got in there, if it would damage it or not. it could potentially tear the gasket. I don't know. I would water test the case after going and getting it in the sand or dropping it in the sand. The silicone does like to attract things like hair and dust and dirt. That's just the nature of thin, sticky silicone like that, and I think it had to be a thin, sticky silicone in order to get the gasket made in there. So anyways, that's the review of the Lifeproof Nude case. Great case, I like it a lot, but unfortunately I'm taking it back because $96 is just a little bit too much for a case. Well, thanks for watching.